language is very harsh and people speak. They are very polite in nature, but their language is. Good morning, ma'am.
Welcome to the session. And today's session, we're going to talk about your greatest wish.
Greatest wish. Okay, so my greatest wish is I want to take my parents as a world tour for
On
world
a
tour.
world tour. On a
Yeah, on a
wonderful,
world
that's
tour.
a wonderful wish. You want to take your parents on a world tour. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So, which countries would you like to travel to?
Yeah, I haven't decided yet, but yeah, I will when I will plan for this, then I will list out some countries. But my preference is I want to go to Bali, and then I will go Australia.
Go
Yeah,
to,
and depends.
go to
Yeah,
Australia.
and it depends on my family also, my parents also, which country they want to they want to go.
They want to visit. Yes, yes.
They want to
But
visit.
yeah, so it will be obviously your parents' choice and your choice. So you mentioned two
Yeah.
places you want to go. Let me ask you about Bali. Why do you want to visit Bali?
Yeah, because in Bali, I have seen in so many movies or so many pictures. So that place is very beautiful. That place is made by natural things,
Hmm.
rocks, trees, and there
It
are so
has
many,
natural beauty. Bali
yeah,
has
natural
natural
beauty.
beauty. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that thing attracts me a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And
And
I
yeah,
there are so many beaches.
yeah.
Yeah, that is
So
also
many beaches there.
attractive.
And
Yeah.
what else? What else do you know about Bali?
I know about Bali, it is a very beautiful place, and it is uh, near to the sea, beach,
Near the
uh,
sea. Hmm.
near the sea, yeah. And the people are also very nice there. I have
Hmm.
seen, and they live like a villager's life. They live
Hmm.
in they live in a village, and
Hmm.
they don't use any gadgets. They always use wooden things and
Hmm.
in their
Hmm. Hmm.
houses. So yeah, that is the thing. That is why that place
Hmm.
attracts me a lot.
Okay. So I asked you, what do you like about Bali? That was my question. And you began your answer with what I like about Bali. I like about what I like about Bali is, so when somebody asks you this question, you don't need to repeat the question and the answer. In some cases, it's important, but not here. So you could just begin your answer by saying, like this: I like Bali because.
Because yeah,
I like Bali because. And then you said people are very nice. Nice is something, when you know someone, or nice is a word like good, does not tell you much. So then what you said was the next thing you said was very revealing, or made more sense. And you said they live like villagers. So they have a very simple life.
they have very
Simple
simple
life
life. Yeah.
means, then you explained that they don't use too many gadgets. So they are very unsophisticated. They lead simple lives. Uns-
Mm.
when people live in cities, they lead sophisticated lives. That means they need a lot of gadgets. They live in apartments. They live far away from nature, no connection with nature at all. Whereas you're talking about people in Bali, they have people there are very unsophisticated, very down to earth. Have you heard about down to earth?
Yeah, down to earth. I heard.
Down to earth, close to nature,
Yeah,
all of these things. All
very
right.
real.
Very real, very close to nature. And then the word gadget, gadget,
Gadgets. Yeah,
gadget. Yeah. G A
gadget,
D G E T. D is silent, gadget. Okay.
gadget.
Right. Hmm. Okay. Wonderful. And do you know which is the most important religion or the predominant religion in Bali?
Yeah, I think they are following Indian culture. Oh, sorry,
Yes.
Hinduism.
Yes. They follow Hinduism, and there
Yeah,
are lots of temples also over there. And
yeah,
there are lots of temples dedicated to Hanuman in Bali.
yeah.
So that is something which is very amazing, because
I think the name is also uh,
yeah,
related to Hanuman,
yes,
Bajrang
yes,
Bali. Yeah,
yes,
that is
yes.
why the name is
Mhm.
Bali.
Yeah. I don't know if that is the reason for the name being Bali, but yes, in the Ramayana you have Bali and Sugriv who have a fight. So
Yeah.
yes, and Hanuman is a part of that. So yes, right. And yeah, it has absolutely beautiful, pristine beaches, which are really nice.
Have you visited there?
No, I haven't visited Bali, but I have friends who have visited Bali and I've heard a lot about it. And the next place you mentioned is Australia, and I have visited Australia. I have visited many places in Australia, and you can ask me questions, and I want you to ask me questions about Australia.
Yeah. So about Australia, what culture they are following?
They have a Western culture over there, even though they lie to the east of India. Their culture is a Western culture because most people who live over there originally came from the UK, from England, a few hundred years ago. But the original inhabitants of Australia, who are called the Aborigines, who came to Australia maybe thousands of years ago, they are believed to have some connections with Indians.
Okay. So, language, what is the language there in English, Hindi, or any other language?
The most important, I think the only language spoken in Australia is English, but they speak English with a very different Australian accent, which is sometimes difficult to understand.
Okay, so I want to explore this language, so that is why I want to go there. That is why I
Mhm.
add this place. I
Mhm.
want to go USA also because of language only.
I want to go to
I
the
want to learn.
USA also.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I want to
You
explore
can
this
ask.
language. What type of people uses different words, pronunciation, and all. So that
Yeah.
is why I want to go there. Go to
It's
there.
the pronunciation that varies according to the accent. So Australian accent is very different from the UK accent, and UK doesn't have one accent. They have so many different accents within the
Yeah, I
UK and
don't
within
like
the US.
UK accent. I don't like British accent. I don't know why, but their smoothness is not there. But
Mm-hmm.
in American
You,
accent, there is a smoothness.
okay, and there are so many kinds of American accents also, which when you go there, then you realize some of them you can identify, some of them are slightly difficult to identify. But yes, any other reason to visit Australia? Which cities in Australia would you like to visit?
No, I haven't decided yet, but yeah, I want to go there. Go to there because of language. I want to learn their culture. I want to know about their culture. I want to explore things there. I want to learn more about this language because I like and I love this language. That
Mm-hmm.
is the thing only. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, culture-wise, they don't have much because they came from the UK about 200 years ago. So Australia is a very young country, does not have much culture. When you will understand when you go there, how different they are from us culture-wise. And yeah, so you told me about Australia and Bali that you want to visit, and the USA. Do you have any cities in mind that you want to visit in the USA?
No.
No, okay. You can ask me any questions about the US. I've lived there for quite a few years and visited it several times, so I can
So,
answer any
like, which
questions.
is a famous, which is famous university or college there? Like, very popular.
The US universities, so many of them are the best in the world, and depends upon the subject you want to study, because each
I
university is.
want to visit there only. Like, in India, I think IIM very famous. IITs are very famous. So, the Nalanda University is very famous.
Mhm.
So, like, I want to know about their famous
Okay, then
universities.
you can visit Harvard, the university
Harvard, yeah.
which is in Boston. You can visit that. I've seen it. It's a beautiful university, and it's very big. And there is a separate Harvard University and a separate Harvard Business School and Harvard School of Education. There are lots of divisions within the university also. Some of the universities like Cornell are located very far away from any big city, and you have to travel for at least 5 or 6 hours to reach that university, and there is no big city around it. It's only a very small university town. So yeah.
And what about people?
Hmm.
Behavior of people about Indians?
um, um, uh, uh, when you go to the US, have you seen that movie English Winglish?
Yeah, I have seen.
Mhm.
some part of that movie.
Yeah, if you see the whole movie, it will tell you about the behavior of people in New York. It does not tell you about the behavior of all Americans. New York is very different from the rest of America. And in New York, when you first go there, you might find that people are very rude. But that is how they are with everyone. They have no
Okay.
patience for anyone. But in other parts of the US, people are very polite, and they don't look at you as being an Indian or a Chinese. They look at you as an individual. So
Like
it
New York is same as like Haryana. Haryana, there is a language is very harsh and people speak. They are very polite in nature, but their language is very harsh. So people think like, yeah,
New
people
York
think like,
New York is very difficult to describe because there are people from all over the world who live in New York. People who migrated from all over the world. So it's very hard to describe. And also, New York is the center of all the business. All the financial markets are there. The stock exchange is there. Then there are many important businesses and banks which have their head offices in New York. So it is. I wouldn't compare it with Haryana in every respect. Maybe the way they talk is slightly
uh,
harsh, but there will you will find people who will talk to you politely as well, but they don't have much patience with anyone, so they are a little impatient kind of
in
people.
Haryana, you
No,
are
in
asking.
New York. In New York, yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
yeah.
Even I'll tell you one incident. I was at immigrations at New York airport, and I forgot to fill in one line. That immigration officer sent me back. He didn't give me a pencil at that point where I was standing and asked me to fill in that line. He sent me back to the line again and said, redo the form and come back. So it was
Oh,
only one line in which I had to probably write one word or two words. I could have easily done it. But he was so harsh. He's like, go back to the line, lady, do it and come back.
yeah, they are very strict about their rules, I
And
think.
no, they're not very strict. They're very impatient. I mean, anywhere else in the US, maybe they wouldn't have behaved like this. They're very impatient. They cannot tolerate any kind of.
Yeah, that is why we call India is a better place to live because they are people are following values, ethics.
But
They,
at the same time, they follow rules in New York or anywhere in America.
yeah.
So it's not like in India. They look at you and you try to tell that person, please, please, please do it for me, and they'll do it. There, the same rule applies to everyone. So whether you are whoever you are, you have to follow the rule.
You have to follow the rule. Yeah,
So which makes it easy for everyone because everybody follows the rule.
yeah.
Hmm.
But I
So
think ethics and values are missing there. People are not helping.
no, I think they are very helpful in many ways. They are very, very helpful. They are. The thing is that in US on the street mostly, you won't find anyone. The streets are empty. People get into the cars and go wherever they have to. You will not find anyone walking on the street. If you want to see people walking, you'll have to go to the main shopping area, the main business area. There you'll find people. Normally on streets, you won't find anyone.
So we can talk to anyone there, like in shopping
Yeah,
mall and business area.
mostly people are not ready to talk to you like that because they're busy. Even if you come to Delhi and you try to stop someone in a shopping mall and try to talk to them, nobody has time.
But they like if I ask the place, any place I want to go there, so
Huh.
they will tell me.
They no. In Delhi they might. There they'll say, sorry, I don't know.
Simple.
You
I
have
don't know.
everybody over there uses Google Maps on their phone, and
They're very
that's
advanced.
that's how the society works. Very
Yeah.
independent. Very
Mm,
independent. Nobody likes to depend on anyone.
yeah, that is the thing.
Any other country do you want to visit?
No, as of now. Yeah, Switzerland is also nice place.
It's a beautiful place. It's a lovely mountainous country. Uh, but it's good for a holiday. Like you can't eat chocolate all the time. You can enjoy
Yeah.
Switzerland only for a holiday. More than that, I don't
So
know.
it is a mountain place,
Yeah, there are
Switzerland.
very high mountains over there. There are ski slopes over there. There are beautiful lakes in Switzerland. There are people speak German in Switzerland, French or German, depending on which part. On the western side, they speak French, and the eastern side of Switzerland, they speak in German. Things are very expensive. Groceries are very, very expensive in Switzerland. Traveling also is very expensive, but it's a beautiful country to visit for a holiday.
Only for holiday.
Only for a holiday, unless you have a job working in some Swiss company and gives you a fat salary, then you can live there.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. But yes,
Okay.
you must plan and you must choose places and study them, and then go on a world tour. And there are lots of countries to visit in Europe which are beautiful, very, very beautiful, much more beautiful than Australia or America. Australia and
Yeah.
America
Which
are
country?
Italy,
Italy.
Spain,
Yeah. Spain.
Spain, Portugal, Greece. All these countries are very, very beautiful.